Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kenya, also known as Power in Your Curl, and here on my side of the internet we talk about natural hair, empowerment, and owning and harnessing your power. So today's video is actually going to be about manifestation, as you can see from the title, and you can use these practices within your life as well as within your hair care. Speaking of hair care, I also offer natural hair masterclasses that get you off of YouTube so you don't have to watch all the videos, watch other people do their hair, and I help you streamline what's going to work for your hair and your hair only, so you don't have to rely on the internet or a stylist or your best friend down the street giving you advice. So I am super excited about today's video because I really want to break manifestation down in a way that is sustainable and healthy and doesn't drive you crazy. And the reason why I'm making this video is because when I began my spiritual journey, when I began to remember who I truly was and reawaken to the fact that I had everything I needed inside of me, I feel that the law of attraction and manifestation was something that I really didn't quite grasp. And every book that I read, almost every book, there's probably one book that didn't say this, it made it seem like manifestation was like this mystical thing, which it is, where you just sit and you think about what you want and then it appears right in front of you. And sometimes that can happen. Sometimes it is just that effortless and that easy, if you allow it to be, but the majority of the time it's not, and there's a reason for that. And I'm just going to jump straight to the chase, in case you just want the nugget real quick. The key to effortless, sustainable, and healthy manifestation is in healing yourself. You really can't manifest what you want if you have blockages around that. And most of us have those blockages because of our life experience, because of what we've been conditioned to believe is possible, because of how we've been conditioned to consider others' feelings before ourselves, a lot for women. That's a big thing as well to heal. So the key to really being able to effortlessly think of something and have it appear in your reality, whether that be manifesting a great time where you meet great people at like a concert, or whether that be drawing in and calling in money that's going to support the lifestyle that you want, it really comes down to you. And I feel that a lot of the books and techniques out there make it seem like you can just repeat an affirmation 3 times a day and everything's all good, all the woo-woo stuff. And if you're feeling blockages, basically that's not how it's going to work. You're going to end up frustrated and you're going to think that manifestation doesn't work for you, and that is not the case. Because if you look around you right now, everything that's in the room that you're in, everything that you're wearing, everything that you're experiencing now, you have created. And you created it because you had a thought, you felt like this is what you could afford, this is what you were worthy of, and this is what you're accepting and drawing into your reality. And when it comes into your reality, you accept more of it because this is what you feel that you deserve, or this is what you feel you're capable of sustaining. So manifestation is definitely completely possible for everyone because you're literally doing it right at this moment. You probably found this video because something in you was calling you toward it. And I don't want you to get down on your power, honestly, because we're all super powerful beings. And the key to harnessing that is understanding. Understanding what you need to work through and what you need to heal in order to move to who you were meant to be, in order to become who you were meant to be and who you've always been. You just haven't allowed yourself to be her radiantly, shining brightly, and owning her with no shame. So I have notes here, but I'm like completely off script at this point. So if you've been trying to manifest a certain something and it hasn't been brought into your reality yet, I really want you to take a second right now. I want you to breathe in deeply, center yourself, and then truly ask yourself this question. How do I feel about what I want? Do I feel that I deserve it? Do I feel that if I had it, I could sustain it for a long period of time? Do I feel that if I were to get it, people would look down at me for having it, or I would have to lose friends in order to receive it? And let's get specific here. Money is something that a lot of people want to manifest because we've been conditioned to feel that money is scarce and that there's limited resources and you have to get yours in order to survive in the world. And that right there is conditioning that's keeping you from receiving money, because money is abundant. There is no limit on money. Money is energy, and energy is everywhere. And because you are connected to God, when you remember that you're connected to God, and when you allow Source to radiate through you and to draw in everything that you need, there's literally no limit on that. The only limits on money are the ones that you place on money yourself. But if you're trying to manifest money, let's say you want to manifest $10,000 a month in your business, and you feel that people who have a lot of money are greedy, people who have a lot of money are evil. If you feel shame, like if you were to achieve that goal and deep down you actually would feel shameful about it because you may be making more money than your parents or making more money than your partner. Those are all blockages that are keeping you from manifesting what you say you want, because deep down you're not ready for it because you haven't healed what hurts. And that's really what this whole spiritual journey is about. Like, manifesting is a beautiful, magical part of being able to create your reality. But when you're not healed, you just continue to create the reality of your unhealed self. You continue to create a reality that's been framed by your trauma, framed by your shame, framed by what you've been conditioned to believe about yourself. Maybe that somebody told you years and years ago that you may not think you feel like, but deep down you do. Because that is what's reflecting back at you in your reality. Like, if you really want to know how you're doing internally, look around you and you'll see. As above, so below. As within, so without. And it's very true in all aspects. So I also want to talk really quickly about what manifestation is, in case maybe this is your first time hearing about it or you're newer to your awakening in your spiritual journey. Manifesting actually is simply creating an experience through your thoughts, through your words, and really through your emotions. Like, that is a very high key to manifesting. How you feel about something is going to create an energy that's going to attract like energy. So if you feel like angry about something, you're going to attract other angry energy, other people to argue with, other experiences to work out that anger that you haven't fully released, worked through, healed. I'm going to say that a lot within this video. And that's really what manifesting is. And you may even do it without even realizing it. When I was younger, I would do it almost all the time, and I didn't understand what it was. Like, say I was an overachiever in school. You know, I would really strive to do the most. And sometimes I couldn't do it all. Like, sometimes I would just be burnt out. I would forget. And in those situations where, like, my grade was in jeopardy, or a lot of my success kind of depended on me getting things done, and that's why I strive so hard. So if I failed a class, like, that was a big deal, because I would have to pay to take the class again in college. I would have to figure out, like, okay, how am I going to extend my rent on my own? Like, it was a major deal. And so there would be times when I would forget assignments and tests, and I would put energy and hope into maybe the class being canceled, the teacher being sick, but of course, you know, nothing harmful, just sick enough to not have class that day, or just really wanting to create some type of obstacle that would allow me to get what I needed to get done. And when it really mattered, that is exactly what happened. Like, class would be canceled, I would show up, and the teacher would forget to ask for the assignment. They would just give us an extra extension. Almost always things worked in my favor, and I knew that. And I didn't really understand why, but I observed it in many aspects of my life, not even with just school, also within my business, opportunities that come to me. And sometimes they may come last minute, but somehow, some way, I'm able to slide on in there and receive the blessing. So that's a little bit of manifestation. That's a little bit of favor. That's a little bit of living in alignment, but it's all the same. It's all a cohesive type of energy that you have to maintain. So you may notice that you do this as well. And if you can see one or two events where you created that reality, use that hope and stay connected to that feeling that you have control. Now, it's not just you creating your reality. The universe, God, Spirit is also creating a reality that is designed to help you play out whatever you're here to learn within this life experience. So you're not alone, you're co-creating, but because you come from God, you come from Spirit, you're a physical manifestation of God. You're literally spirit in human form. There's so much internally inside of you that you don't even know about yet, that I don't even know about everything that I am, because you are that powerful. So I don't want you to discount your experience when you do create situations, when you do hope and wish and pray for some type of miracle to help you work through a financial struggle, and then all of a sudden you get an opportunity to make $300, which is exactly the amount that you needed to pay your light bill. Like, those are instances that you created. When you think about someone and then they call you on the phone 2 days later, you manifested that. And the small things can really give you confidence to go after the big things, because you can then see that you have some sort of say into what happens to you in this life. It's really all up to you. And so when I was saying that manifestation is created through your feelings, when you feel subconsciously, meaning when you feel deep, deep down unworthy of certain things or shame around certain things, that's what you're going to attract. If you really believe deep down that there's a finite amount of money on the planet, then you're not going to be able to stay in the energy of abundance effortlessly. So how could you work through that? You could educate yourself around the fact that hella people have trillions of dollars and they literally print money every day. That's just the fact of the matter. If you had an item and you sold that item for $5 and 100 people bought that item, there's 7 billion people on the planet. There is an infinite amount of money. It's all a cycle of energy. But you have to believe that truly, truly deep down. And this comes into play even if you're not really trying to quote unquote manifest. If you just have a goal of like losing weight, but you feel that you're fat and disgusting and that no one's ever going to love you and that it's worthless to even try, then you're not going to put in the energy, the time, the attention into making a meal plan, making a healthy workout regimen, adhering to that every day, no matter what happens. Because if it rains outside and it doesn't matter if you work out anyway, why would you go do it? Like, you really have to, nothing changes if your mind doesn't change. And I feel that that's something that has to be stressed, especially for people of color, people who were raised in traumatic environments where you really had to downshift into survival mode at a very young age. And you can kind of stay stuck there. You can kind of feel like that really is all there is to life. And in order to become who you were meant to be, you have to transmute that. Transmute meaning take something that's ugly and painful and hard and like a wound and alchemize it into something that's beautiful, something that makes you stronger, something that inspires others, and something that allows you to take a step into the next level. Take that hurt and transform it into something that's going to propel you into yourself, really, yourself with no bounds, no limits. And this is what was meant for you. The reason why you experienced this situation was to teach you and prepare you for that next level. Everything is always happening for you, never against you. So even when you're trying to manifest something and it's not happening, it might be because you don't really need that. You don't need it, maybe not now, maybe later down the line it'll be something that can be helpful for you. It may not be within your life path to have it, or it may simply just be that you have to think about some things as seeds. And this took me a long time to learn. When you're manifesting, you have to let go of the outcome. You can say what you want. You can say, for instance, that you want to have a wardrobe of clothing that makes you feel good and feel happy, and that really represents your true spirit. That's actually something that I'm manifesting right now. Hence the bougie on t-shirt. But and I've been manifesting that for like 2 or 3 years, and it didn't happen overnight. It happens piece by piece, but the journey to getting there has really allowed me to transform as a person. in order to sustain the manifestation of a high class quality wardrobe. And what I mean by that is, first, when I had that idea that I wanted to dress outwardly how I felt on the inside, a lot of what I felt on the inside was lack. I felt that there was only a finite amount of resources, and I had to manipulate and stress and create all these scenarios where I would have the upper hand to receive the money that I wanted. So it was a stripping down of that happened. It was a realizing that I don't have to rely on any type of person, place, or thing to receive abundance. God is my source. And with that faith and that confidence and understanding the passion and the gifts that I had, I was able to create a business. And then by creating the business, I had to understand and have the mindset and the discipline to consistently bring in income with that. And then I had to learn how to budget, something I never learned, like within where I grew up. I had to learn how to budget. I had to learn how to celebrate the small wins. I had to learn how to pay myself first. And through that entire process, I'm now at a place where I can consistently purchase clothes that reflect my true spirit. But that manifests, that goal that I had 2 to 3 years ago, it was like a seed. And it took time. I had to till the soil. I had to water the seed. I had to let the seasons go by and really kind of like let it do its thing underground before I really saw any consistent growth from that seed. And a lot of the times the goals that you have, they're seeds, especially when you first have them. It's not going to happen overnight. It really isn't. Some things do, and it's beautiful, but a lot of things that are like truly life-changing do not happen overnight. They're steps. And every day and every moment is an opportunity for you to practice vibrating at that level. Really, your mind has to arrive at your destination before you physically do. Your spirit and your soul has to really vibrate at that level before you see it in your reality. So when I was wearing like t-shirt cutoffs and like old basketball sweats from when I used to play basketball back in the day, or when I was wearing the shirt from college that I had worn for like literally the 60th or 70th time, I had to feel like it didn't really matter what was happening in the physical. I already had what I wanted in my mind and within my energy. I was already showing up how I would show up in those clothes that I wanted, you know? And that energy that I was outputting radiated out. It attracted, it magnetized with other energy that could bring me opportunities that would create the situation that I needed to then manifest the goal that I had. And here we are, years later. So yes, I really just wanted to kind of chat sister to sister, sis to sis, and let you know that it takes time. You're not crazy. You have the power to bring forth anything that you can conceive. Any thought in your mind that you have, there's a reason for it. God wouldn't give you the vision if you didn't already have the tools, the talent, and the support to bring it forth. Now, you may have to, along the way, hone your talents. You may have to gain more support or let go of some support that really wasn't there for you to begin with. It's still a process along the way, but you weren't given that thought, that dream for no reason. And it's up to you to decide what you choose for your life. And you choose your life by your actions on the daily, by your energy, and by your discipline, your self-discipline. So I hope that this was a very comprehensive video to healthy and sustainable manifestation. Remember, heal what hurts. If you have really deep emotional wounds around shame and guilt, or even like resentment and anger with a lot of different things, like seriously, you know what I'm talking about. I highly recommend getting help from a therapist. When I first started my spiritual journey, I had tried a couple of therapists, and I thought that maybe this would be the answer without a therapist. I felt that I didn't really need a therapist. And I've come full circle, and there are some things that definitely you don't need a therapist for because you are your own healer. But then there are also those blocks that with anything, sometimes you cannot see your own stuff. You need someone with more skills in that area to show you what you're missing, and a therapist can be very helpful with helping you understand tools to work through trauma, triggers to really break apart the blockages and to completely release them instead of just coping with them day to day, which is what I was doing for a long time. So currently right now I'm actually doing therapy virtually with BetterHelp.com. This is not sponsored. This literally has just been working really well for me, and I want to share it with anyone who's been looking for a therapist but feels like it's just too inconvenient to go to, a location, or they just haven't met their match yet. I feel like their matching questionnaire really, really works because I got somebody on like the first go. Like, she's amazing. So I'm going to leave a link down below to where you could at least just, actually you can get a free week. It's a link for a free week with 1 free session, so I highly recommend you check it out. It is like an affiliate link. I get a free week if you sign up. So thank you for sponsoring my therapy. I appreciate it. But it's not, sponsored at all. And then also, for everyone who made it to the end of this video, I actually have a surprise giveaway. I uploaded a video on my spiritual tools. I had a haul on like just different candles and like oils I was using for spiritual energy lifting. And the owner of the company that I ordered from, Quartz and Rainbows, actually reached out and wanted to gift you all with a $25 gift card. So in order for you to enter this giveaway, you can be living in the US, you can be living anywhere because they ship worldwide. And I just ask that you leave a comment down below. What should the question be? I want to know, when did you manifest something without any effort? And it can be the smallest thing. It can literally be like you were thinking about cats and then a cat walked across the street. I want to know of a time when you thought of something, had a dream about something, and then it appeared in your reality, because I feel like often we discount when that happens to like, oh, it's a coincidence, or, oh, it was a mistake or an accident. And I do not believe in coincidence. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is synchronicity. Everything is the universe talking to you or your power being reflected back at you. So let me know down below a time when you manifested something effortlessly, or if it was with a lot of intention, that's cool too. And that is my video. Oh my gosh, this is great. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I speak that it resonates with whoever it's meant for and supports you on your journey. If you have any questions about juju and spiritual vibes, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them to the best of my abilities. And I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.